Hello, I'm Dr. Shel, and this is Carolyn Sees. We're going to chat today, and Carolyn has some wonderful messages to give to the women out there about her life and about things that she's gone through that she feels would really help the women out there to live their best lives. So, hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Dr.
How are
Shel.
you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Very well.
So we've now known each other for about 6 years.
That's correct.
And I think it would be really beneficial for our viewers to just hear your story and kind of understand what you've been through.
Okay. About 6 years ago, I was going through a tough time. My kids were grown. I didn't really know what to do with my life. I was overweight. I was tired, low on energy. And I didn't have any self-esteem. So one day I was out riding around and I'd heard about Dr. Shel, and I thought, well, I'm going to go by and find out where her office is. So I drove by and decided, you know what, I'm going to step out and make an appointment. I'm not happy with the way my life is going right now. So I came in and saw Dr. Shel. We did testing. She has kind of fixed my diet. She has done my hormones. She's done my thyroid, and so as we work vitamin protocol, we've done a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Hormones, you name it. And so I started feeling really good again, very energetic, like I was a new person. But I was still looking in the mirror and seeing this face I wasn't real comfortable with because it wasn't matching the way I felt inside.
Yes.
And so I went in and I had the Titan, Botox, Juvederm, a number of different procedures to kind of make my face look rejuvenated, like I was feeling inside. And that's one of the things I love about Dr. Shel is she treats the inside as well as the outside. So you have to have that union before you can really be your best self, I think.
Absolutely. And how did you feel once you...
I felt amazing. I had high self-esteem. I was interested in engaging people again. I had so much more confidence, and I felt like I had my life back.
Absolutely. And part of that was, of course, your hormones.
Absolutely.
So really balancing you with bioidentical hormones was,
Absolutely.
I think, key. Getting you on the right thyroid program because you were low on thyroid, except nobody had diagnosed you with that. Getting you on a good nutritional program, eliminating the foods that you were sensitive to.
Exactly.
And that was a big part of how we treated your gut, and then you ultimately lost how many?
26 pounds.
Yes.
I lost 26 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off for this last 6
Fantastic.
years because, of Dr. Shel. She just did an ebook that was free to her patients. That was amazing. Because it helped me be even more conscious of how I nourish my body. Because with Dr. Shel, it's not just a matter of losing the pounds, it's learning how to nourish your body.
Absolutely.
It's
to be
huge.
the best. To
Exactly.
be the best that you can be.
Exactly.
Now let's fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
And this is, in the last couple of years, what have you gone through in the last few years, Carolyn, that you can perhaps share some messages with the viewers?
Okay, actually, I was divorced a year ago in July of this year after 40 years of marriage. I was devastated. I was 61 years old, had been out of the job market forever, didn't have any self-esteem. I was feeling depressed, I was feeling rejected, I was feeling ugly, I was feeling old. And so I thought, for a while I just mourned and grieved. And then one morning I woke up and I thought, Dr. Shel pulled me out of a situation, not quite as traumatic as this, but still I was very depressed, and I was I was just afraid to even go out. I didn't feel good about myself, and I'd lost everything that I'd spent 40 years building.
Sure.
So I came to Dr. Shel again, and of course she embraced me and my problems and everything else like she always has, and she basically suggested some treatments that I might do, made sure my diet, my hormones, everything were on track. And she suggested I try the Ultherapy treatment. And I have had the most amazing results on that.
So glad.
But it's gradual. That's what I love about it. And
Yes.
nobody looks at me and goes like, what did you do to your face? It was
Right.
always about,
Right.
you look so good, you look so young, you look so refreshed. So I've really been, I've really felt so much better. I go out and I engage people. I have friends. I have a little part-time job. Things I would have never done if Dr. Shel hadn't made me feel so much better about myself. She's renewed my self-esteem.
Good. So you feel very confident now
Very
inside.
confident.
And do you feel like you've kind of reinvented yourself?
She's the second time she's reinvented me, so if you need to reinvent yourself, I highly recommend this lady, not only for that reason, but she has really turned my life around dramatically, and this is the second time, and made me really feel like I'm a person of importance again. And I think we as women, we have value.
So let's leave the audience, Carolyn,
Okay.
with a message. What would you say to the younger generation, women in their 30s and 40s raising kids?
I would say don't neglect yourself. I think our tendency as women is to put everybody else first. And what we don't understand is what we do for ourselves as far as taking care of ourselves in our 30s is going to end up being very important in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and on. I'm 62 now, and I don't feel 62. I have tons of energy. I have, I just feel so much younger than I am chronological. Well, that's it, and worthwhile. And I really want to tell people to not, people being women, to judge themselves by the men in their lives. If you're going through a divorce, and a lot of people in my age group end up going through a divorce, don't give up on yourselves. Don't feel like it's your fault. Don't feel like you're not a person of value, or that you can't look good and feel good again. You definitely can. We're a youth-oriented society, but we all have great value.
Absolutely.
So,
and you've done great for yourself, and you've embraced life, and you've empowered yourself, and I think all the credit really goes to you, Carolyn, because you've really made what you can out of your life, and you're living as an example of empowerment. So good for you.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your message with
pleasure.
all the viewers and the listeners, because I think it's so important for women to realize that no matter what you're going through, you have value. You are an important person, just as important as anybody else. Though you need to take care of your children and your spouse and your family and your life and your work and balance everything, don't forget the most important person in your life, and that's you. And make sure that you give yourself the nourishment that you need and the time, and don't be all stressed all the time. Take some time for yourself, just like you take time for your family, and do good for yourself, because that is how you're going to be able to give to others as well. So thank you very much, and thank you, Carolyn.
It's my pleasure.
It's wonderful having you here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, thank you, and all the best to you.
Thank you very much.
And continue sharing your message to the rest of the world.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.